In a letter of St. James, we read, "If a man with gold rings and fine clothes comes into your assembly, and a poor person in shabby clothes also comes in, and you pay attention to the one wearing the fine clothes and say, 'Sir, sit here,' while you say to the poor one, 'Stand there,' or 'You can sit at my feet,' have you not made distinctions among yourselves and become judges with evil designs?" End of quote. During a recent storm, a woman that had lost power, an older woman, prowled through the grocery store cafe looking for an electrical outlet to charge her hearing aids on a Sunday morning, since the public library that she'd been using would be closed. Victory! The booths were equipped with public access outlets and the cafe opened at 6:30 a.m. The powerless woman headed home to an inside temperature of 97 degrees. 4 days after a storm had knocked out our electricity for me and 200,000 other people. All I could think about was where to get electricity and how to cope with another dark, hot evening, the daily predicament of the homeless and the poor people whose power had been shut off. These are the people St. James tells us to welcome to our communities in today's reading. Of course, my plight had little in common with theirs, other than the lack of electricity. No one tried to pretend that I didn't exist or blame me for my predicament. When I asked if I could use an outlet at the library, the smiling librarian pointed to the power strips that she'd set up after the storm. Friends and family invited me to stay with them. I drank iced tea with my close friend while charging my phone at her house and watched the Olympics with my cousin. I was like the person who was told to sit here, please, rather than told to stand over there. Despite all the kindness, the remembrance of having felt like a high class bag lady for a couple of days lingered. As I was obsessively concentrating on finding places with power, I realized how we so often turn a blind eye to the homeless. St. James reminds us today that we need to pay attention to people like those at the shelter, even if they make us uncomfortable. Bravo to you who regularly assist people on the margins. You are role models for the rest of us. And as a final note, I can't resist sharing a story about welcoming homeless people to our churches. Driving someone home from the Mass one Saturday, a lady said to me that she was so happy that a homeless person had distributed communion. I hated having to disillusion her. The Eucharistic minister was a noted painter who had come to church from working in his studio and was dressed accordingly. Jane's heart was in the right place, even if this homeless man could have bought and sold both of us. Amen.